Happy Sunday, everyone. It is Belinda Ellsworth, and we are going to start doing our Reflect and Adjust Sundays in the middle of the month and at the end of the month. And here is why. Because you don't want to let the whole month get away from you. In fact, I think that you should still take the time weekly to reflect on that week. What didn't I get done? What needs to be carried forward? What is on my list to do for the upcoming week? This way, you are going to have a higher level of productivity. You're not going to waste as much time. But then you are going to say what worked, what didn't, and move forward. Now, I'm going to do this with you twice a month. Now, why still is twice a month really important? It is because we have a tendency to just let the whole month get away from us. The whole month. The next thing you know, it's the beginning of the month, and then already it's the 7th, and then the next thing you know, it's the 23rd, and then it's the end of the month, and the next month is starting, and you did not get done what you really wanted to get done. This is why it's important to reflect on the week. What do I still need to accomplish? What is coming up for this next week? What worked? What didn't? But here is another thing that I want you to really think about and consider. When you book appointments with people, typically it's 2 to 3 weeks out. So every now and again, if you talk to someone, they'll have an opening the next week in their schedule. But for the most part, it is always 2 weeks out. And so if you're not always looking 2 weeks ahead, that's why I want to be talking about right now, it's middle of the month. You should be looking at what appointments do you have booked out for the next 2 weeks. Because if you don't have any, you always want to be working ahead to the 3rd week. If you don't have anything in your calendar or booked in these 2 weeks, it's going to be hard for you to fill that. So when I'm working now, it should be for week 3. I should right now already be working at filling in my calendar with appointments, with if you're in sales, with presentations, with whatever that looks like. I should be already working into the first week of April. You should always be moving your calendar forward. This is why, and I've worked with thousands of salespeople over the years, thousands of salespeople. And typically the first week of the month is always their lowest week of the month. In fact, many people will have sometimes 3/4 of their sales will come in the last week of the month. Now, is that because people wait to the last minute to place their orders or to purchase or any of those things? No, it isn't. And this is a proven fact. It is because typically you're working through the month that you're in. The next thing you know, you turn the page at the end of the month and the first week is empty because you haven't really given it much thought. And now you're starting to work into the next month and you're trying to fill in the 2nd week or the 3rd week. And guess what gets filled in the most? The 4th week. Why? Because that's when people either say, oh, I'm planning budget-wise, or I can meet with you. I need to schedule this into my calendar. So if you're always working ahead 2 to 3 weeks, so at mid-month right now, that's where you're at, you should be flipping that page of April and saying, I need to get the first 2 weeks of April filled in my calendar with appointments, with interviews, with presentations, whatever that looks like for you, because when April hits, I'm not scrambling to get on the phone and try to book things. I already have it booked. When I turn the page, I'm full. In fact, for those first 2 weeks, I'm already full. So in the first week of April, guess what I'm working on? The last 2 weeks of April. This will give you consistent sales and consistent income throughout the entire month. This is important. It's the number one mistake that I see with people. So that's why I'm going to start doing these twice a month. I think that'll be better for everybody, right? And we're going to talk about reflecting. So what worked, what didn't, and what do I have coming up? And I want to get you into the habit of right now, you should be looking at what is coming up for the first 2 weeks of April. So I hope you've all had a great weekend. I hope you're having a great Sunday. Sometimes turn that clock. A lot of people at 6 o'clock, there's like an internal switch that flips and they're like, okay, I need to start thinking about, I've relaxed enough for this whole weekend, and now I need to start thinking about next week. I don't know if that's you, but a lot of people I talk to say around 6 o'clock on Sunday, that's when I start to turn that switch and I start planning for my week ahead. So maybe you're like that too. And it is always a good time to just get yourself mentally prepared, if nothing else. Thanks, everyone. Again, I hope that you're liking this new schedule. We will be going live again on Tuesday, so I look forward to chatting with you then. I am so excited about this upcoming week. We are going to talk about the 3 sides of excellence. It's one of my favorite trainings to teach. I have taught it to just about every type of industry. I've worked a lot with young actors with this system, and I really think you're going to love it. I hope you will tune in. It is going to be available to you in 3 parts, and we're going to cover the whole thing, and you're going to love it. So we'll see you then.